Purchase orders can be created in a number of different ways in DesignerLogic, and in this video we'll show you how to do that from a project itself. Here we are on the project dashboard, and if we click on purchase orders over here, you'll see there are no purchase orders yet for this project. So we can come up to the Edit Add button at the top, and we can go down here to purchase order and create a purchase order directly from this project dashboard. And here we're going to have the project name, and we want to enter the supplier that it's going to be for, and let's say this is for Restoration Hardware here. Check, make sure the address is there, tax rates, fill out all this other information. You can put in a due date, anything like that. You can have your status for the PO, and the status is part of your workflow, and if you want to edit that, click on this pencil icon, and that's going to give you your workflow for ordering. And then if the supplier has already sent you an invoice, you can put the supplier invoice right there. Ship method, fill out that however it's going to be shipped, and you want to check where it's going to be shipped to. We're going to just choose your office. You can choose the client of this project, or you can choose a supplier if you want to, if you have something like a warehouse that it goes to. Now if we scroll all the way down, we have your terms and conditions. Make sure that is what you want it to be. And that comes through your default settings and your terms and conditions for all your transactions. Then when you're ready, hit submit. That opens up a new purchase order, and it's going to ask you now how you want to add items to this purchase order. So you can either create a new item directly for this PO, which is going to open up the new item form, or you can add an existing item from your project if it's already there. So we're going to choose that. And here we have a list of all the items on this project that are not yet on a purchase order. So we're going to find the item that we want, and in this case, let's choose this sofa right here, and just hit this link up here, add selected items to PO. It's going to add this item to that purchase order, and it opens it up, and now you can see I have this purchase order with this item, and the totals are up here. Now if you need to edit this item's header information up here, like the status or due dates or things like that, come up to Edit Add and just click Edit Header. And here you'll see all that information that you entered when you created the PO. You can also do a number of other things. You can print this PO out. With print options, we have a number of different templates. You can also select to make a custom printout. And any printout in DesignerLogic can be printed directly to a PDF document. You don't have to actually print it. You can also over here record a payment for the PO. When you pay the vendor, you can enter a check number or something like that. That will log that in. You can also upload a related file or view related files if there's items that have warranty information or cleaning instrument information. You can upload those, and that will be attached to the PO and the item that's on the PO as well. You can also convert this purchase order to an invoice. If you want to convert all the items that are on the PO and put them on invoices, just hit convert to invoice, and that will take care of that for you. And the last thing is, if you want to edit the item or items on a PO, come over to the three-dot menu here, and here you can see that you can edit the tracking information, you can check in quantities, you can copy the item if you want to. There's a number of different things you can do on this particular item right here from the PO directly. Hit close, and we'll go back to this main project, and here we're going to just refresh this purchase order link. And here you can see now we have the PO we just made under the purchase order section. If you click on that number, it opens up the PO itself again. Now let's go back to this project, and we're going to go to the items list. And here we have all the items on the project, and if you want to create a PO directly from an item, so you have the item already in here, just want to quickly make a PO for it, it's very easy. Come over to the three-dot menu at the far right, and you want to select the new section. Under that, hit purchase order. That's going to open up that PO form that we looked at a minute ago, and we can put any information in here, and then we're just going to come down and hit submit. And here we have this purchase order now with this item on it. See, that was very quick. So you can do all the things we showed you a second ago, but one thing I want to show you really quick is if you go back to the project and you refresh the items page, here you'll see you have the PO number now for that item right here. And if you click on that, that will open up the purchase order directly. Also, anything that is on a purchase order will show up automatically in the tracking section. You can see these two items we just made are now in DesignerLogic's tracking section, and you can filter that a number of different ways. You can also print out that as a PDF if you want to send information to your client about when things are shipping. You can enter in details or check in quantity or edit tracking information by clicking on these links over here. Now, anything that's in tracking is going to show up in this global item tracking section. And that has all the items that have been ordered for every project and every supplier, and you can filter that list pretty radically up here by a number of different ways. Lastly, the order section is where all purchase orders show up for all projects. And here you can see we have all the POs for every project and every supplier that we have, and if you click on a supplier's name, it'll go to that supplier's dashboard. And under the orders section, you can see all the purchase orders for that supplier, as well as you can click on files and tracking for all these items directly in that supplier dashboard right here. And the last thing I'll show you is if you want to update some of this information very quickly, if you go to shortcuts, under orders here you can check in items, you can enter a payment on a purchase order, you can do a lot of different things based on the shortcuts menu right here under orders for purchase orders. You can add freight to a PO, things like that right here under orders.